Hey guys, Tony Ray right here at our Backwoods Homestead. And today, boy, is it cold in Nashville. It's about 45 degrees. And well, I had a little project. I kind of went ahead and got started because I thought it was going to rain, and I didn't plan on filming it, but I guess I will. Building a little countertop in the coop to put the feed on and supplies, and then a little cabinet over the top. So that's what this video is going to be about. I've already moved the baby chicks into their bigger brooder, and I'll show you that. So I'll be right back with that. Okay guys, show you what I'm doing in here in the coop. Right there used to be our little cage for our brooder cage for our baby chicks, and as you saw in our other video, I moved the baby chicks into here and built this brooder here, just a temporary. It's a larger brooder, so they got everything they need in there. And so what I'm going to do right there, which I had planned on anyway after I took that cage out. Pretty girl, quiet. I've just built a frame, and I didn't get that on video because my phone was dead. So I built the frame, and then I will make a countertop up here, and that way I'll have a place to put my, have a place to put my feed underneath the counter and get all this mess over here out of the way. I got a lot of stuff over here, so I'm going to put all that up in here, and I already have a cabinet up here, so that's going to clean things up a bit. So this is the countertop that I had left over from when we remodeled the studio. It's 5 foot, and I got to cut it. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to this today because it's storming. Looks like you're getting ready to storm. I got to cover this up. So I've got to cut that off, and then that will go, I've already got it measured. And then that will go inside. That's the cage that we had, and that'll fold up, and I'll just hang it up in the coop. So I got a mess out here. I got a lot to do. So I'll get back into here and clean up a little bit, and I'll be back. Okay guys, this is the next day, and I couldn't get this countertop cut because it was pretty much cold and getting ready to storm over here. So next day, sun shining, but still really chilly, man. I had to put a hat on. It's about 38 degrees here in Nashville. It's crazy. So anyway, here's my countertop that I'm going to put in there, like I told you, on the in the chicken coop. So it's this countertop we had left over from the recording studio when we remodeled. This thing is 5 foot, so I need to cut it at 53.5, which fits right in my frame. So about 6.5 inches I got to cut off of this. So first thing you need to do when cutting laminate, I've already put one piece. Here's my line right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to put another piece like this, because you don't cut this side. This is to protect the laminate. I've had this thing for a while. It's a really good piece of laminate. So anyway, when you cut from the rear, it'll cut, and then you won't leave any big chips or anything that from the blade. And you need to use a blade which is a laminate blade. I don't know if you can see this up close. I may have to show you this, but it is a 60 tooth, small tooth blade. That way it doesn't chip up your laminate. So anyway, I'm gonna turn this over, and then I'm gonna clamp it. So I'll be right back. It's not real heavy, but so what I'm doing now, I've turned it over because you want to cut your countertop from the back, not from the laminate side. So now I'm just measuring 53.5 right here. And I'll come over here and measure this at 53.5. Now, if I was doing this in the house or something, I'd be a little bit more precise, but this is going in a chicken coop. I still want to cut it straight. So let me check my measurements again. Okay, here we go. Mistakes and all. All right, so we should be able to cut this and this hold it up. So we'll see what happens. There we go. I think my blade was a little dull. We're pretty close. I can file that. So see, now there we go. You can fall now. So not a perfect cut, but you can see how dull my blade was, and it binds it up. So anyway, that's not too bad. Let's check our measurement. Okay, let's measure. 53 and a half. 53 and a half, right on the money. Not as smooth as I wanted it to be, but that's okay. So let's turn it over. Probably use that somewhere. Anyway, this cut side is actually going up against the wall, so you won't see it. So let's turn it over and see what we got. Take our tape off. Okay, so see that tape, you can see the little burn marks. Perfect cut. See that? No chips, no chipping or anything. So now what I'll do is just take my file. I'll come back, let me go get a file. So there we go. So I'm gonna move the camera. I'm gonna take it in there and we'll see if it fits. Let's hope. Let's see if it fits. If not, I'll have to sand a little more off of it. Should be able to lay this up. One side. Hey. How about that? Perfect fit. 33, somewhere around in there. So it's perfect. You know, height right here. So if you're working on something and it fits flush up against the wall, and see, I don't need to caulk anything because it's just a rough, you know, it's just a rough opening here setting on the frame. So worked out great, except for the cutting was a little bad because of the my blade, but it came out all right. So now what I've got to do, and see that still gives me room over here to reach my window and let out a little air in. So I can kind of split the difference between this, and I wanted to leave it so I could. Now what I'll do is I'll go up underneath here with some screws. Well, I may just take, the way this is, I may just take L brackets and put them here down. Doesn't take much. Let's see how level it is. Well, the shed's not level yet. Right on the money. Perfectly level. Level there. Well, can't ask for more than that, can you? All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna get me some L brackets and brace this. So that's in place. I just ran these 2x4s all the way because I can still open my Coop door. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna go find some L braces and then I'll do that. Well, what I think I'm gonna do, I don't know if you can see these little brackets here. I'm gonna put these brackets here and tie them in right there just to hold it, about 3 of them. Now the L brackets will work, but I'm gonna have to, so I'm gonna put them like here, and it needs to screw in here. So what I'm gonna have to do is go get my grinder and cut that part of the L bracket off, because there's one hole and that's all I need. So I'll put one there, one here, and one over here, and that should be plenty to hold it. It's not going anywhere. So I think what I'm going to use are these right here. These little 8x9/16 laugh screws. They actually got a built-in washer on them, and that'll hold it in. That's what I use on the mesh for the hardware cloth. So let's try that. See how it goes. Got to get on my knees under here. Pretty simple. So I think that's going to hold it pretty good. It's pretty steady. Okay guys, pretty much done with that. There it is right there. Pretty sturdy. Not going anywhere, not coming up. Nice little countertop. I've been saving that countertop for about 5 years. So don't throw anything away on the Homestead. There's the little birds over there. The little baby chicks, 4 weeks. Okay guys, I'll be back to wrap this video up and see what else I got to do. Right up here, I'm going to put another cabinet right there. Kind of a shallow cabinet. It's kind of like that one. I've got one more. While I was building that brooder, as I went ahead and put hardware cloth. I ran out of hardware cloth, so I figured out a way to get that in that window and this window to close. So that worked out really well. So that's ready to go now. Pretty secure. Pretty tight in here. Baby girl's right in there. Doing good. All right, guys. I'll be back to wrap this video up in just a minute. So I just want to give you a little short peek at what I did. So there's the finished countertop. And you see I got all my stuff under there, and still going to put a little blind right there. So I've got all my feed right here, my chick feed, layer feed, grits, all my little things that I need to get to every day. So that came out really well. And then I hung my small brooder cage right there when I need it again. It's out of the way. And cleaned up a little bit, got the floor cleaned up. They gave me all that room right there, so when we go to get eggs, we can just pull that down and we're done. That's pretty much it. Okay guys, that wraps it up for this video. Thanks for joining me. We got the countertop done. Didn't take too long, a little short video, and I just got to do some cleaning up. You don't want to see all that. So thanks for joining us. This is Tony Ray and Patty at our Backwoods Homestead. And we'll see you again on the next video. See ya.